can someone do that to your partner and then wake up the next day and give them a kiss and be like, good morning, and, you know, have a good day? How can someone do that?
A shocking and disturbing investigation by W5 exposes an online network of men who are secretly drugging women and videotaping their crimes. Their victims are their own unsuspecting wives and girlfriends. It's a massive global network that W5's Avery Haines has infiltrated. A warning: the details of this investigation are disturbing. Avery joins us now. Good morning, Avery.
Good morning, Rochelle.
How did you access this network, and how big is it?
Well, I thought it would be a very complicated task. I thought I'd have to go deep into the dark web, and I think what's most shocking, amongst a lot of shocking details in this investigation, is just how easy it is to find this network. For the last, for months now, I've pretended to be one of these guys, and they have taught me what drugs to buy, how to dose my wife, what to tell her in the morning in order to cover my tracks in case she wakes up and feels off in any way. And by connecting the links between these men who are mostly on porn sites and looking at their friends group, I've been able to really piece together a global network of men who are working in concert with each other to get away with this.
So how are these men carrying out these crimes in the middle of your investigation? How did you find that out?
Well, what they're doing generally is that they're going onto public porn sites and posting some videos, sometimes just a snippet of a video with then a way to connect with them on Telegram. Because it's not just for them, it's not just about doing this and recording it, it's about sharing it. They trade these videos for other pornography, and they also sell it. So some of them are making money off this as well. And in the midst of an investigation that began in New Brunswick, by looking at the friends group of this man in New Brunswick who is currently behind bars, I came across a man who was friends with him who had a Canadian flag as his profile picture, and on his site he had posted a number of women seemingly unconscious being sexually assaulted, showing their faces and even showing his own face. These guys are so brazen, Rochelle. They are, because they know that they're not going to get caught, because generally they don't. And I was able to figure out this guy's address, his name, and his profession. And a few days after alerting police in Hamilton, Ontario, they made an arrest.
And now you've spoken to a number of survivors of these crimes who cannot be identified. In tomorrow's documentary, you've decided to have them share their ordeal with their faces digitally altered. Why was that decision made?
Well, generally when we're telling stories that involve either publication bans of victims or people who are concerned about their public safety, and in this case both those issues are at play, we shoot them in a way, we record the interviews in a way where they're either completely in shadow, so they're relegated to the darkness, or they're pixelated, as you would have seen in that clip that you played, where their face is kind of jumbled the way that we might with criminals. And in speaking with these victims who were so inspired by Giselle Pellico, the woman in France who talked about how what her husband did should not be a shame on her, it should be a shame on him, and that she was showing her face. They really wanted to come forward and tell their stories and not be relegated to either pixels or shadows. And so we made a decision to digitally alter their face, to use technology that so often is used nefariously, to create a new face where they could be out of the shadows and tell their story. And in a way, you really resonate with what they're saying far more, because you're seeing them. Their emotion comes through, their expressions come through, and their story gets told in a way that shines light on it, which is what we're trying to do in this investigation.
So scary. Avery, thank you so much for your time and sharing this with us today. W5's full documentary, Sleeping with the Enemy, that exposes a Canadian and an alleged rapist around the world, airs Saturday, May 31st at 9 p.m. on CTV, CTV.ca, the CTV and CTV News app, and streams the next day on Crave.